So tonight's new film was Ava DuVernay's A Wrinkle in Time, which was co-written by Jennifer Lee, who wrote Frozen. It's based on the novel by Madeline L'Engle. I'm going to say that wrong. I never read it as a kid. I sort of skipped all of young adult literature because I tested really high and they made me read college level literature. Wow, my computer sounds like it's overheating. I hope it doesn't overheat while I'm reviewing this movie. It's a little creepy. I'm going to try to lift it up so it gets a little warm. There we go. Okay. So this movie was strange and went to some real dark places. And I don't really want to spoil much, but wow, it went to some dark places. And I'm always grateful to see Gugu and Mbatha-Raw in movies. She is probably my favorite actress. It's her and Carey Mulligan. They're tied for currently working favorite actresses. The brother of the main character, Meg, is played by an actor called Derek McCabe, and he is now added to the canon of very, very creepy child actors. Let's see what else. There was not enough Andre Holland, but there's never enough Andre Holland. And the lead ladies, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling, were great, I thought, as well as, obviously, our heroine, Storm Reid. She's fantastic. And I think if I had seen this movie and I was in middle school or very early high school, I would have really, really loved it, which is the target audience. So I think it's a great film for adolescent teenage girls. And particularly, there were some great sort of Easter eggy things that were in there that only someone like Ava DuVernay would add. Like the middle school was called James Baldwin Middle School. You could see in the background that it was Women in Literature Month, and there was a thing in the background for women poets, and you could prominently see Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou actually popped up several times in this film, as did Outcast. So, I really appreciated tidbits like that. There's some creepy sort of moments that feel kind of Stepford Wivey that were fun, and it's just weird, dark sort of back when Disney did the Dark Crystal type movies, or was that even Disney? That was Jim Henson. It reminded me of the Dark Crystal a lot in bits of it that were just like, there were parts where I was watching it and I was like, was this made for children? I'm freaking out here and I'm 31 years old. So I enjoyed it. I think it's probably going to get mixed reception, but I think it's definitely destined for cult classic status, much like some of my favorite dark, weird children's 80s movies like The Neverending Story and The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and things like that. I think it's in that vein, and I think it will very much live on in the hearts and minds of kids who like things a little darker. So this was, last thing, she managed, I guess if I'd read the credits I would have known this, she managed to have David Oyelowo in the movie. So their collaboration streak is going. Always good. Also, I'm really freaked out that Chris Pine looks so old because I'm pretty sure he's only like 3 years older than me. And I don't think I'm old enough to be Storm Reid's mother. So how is Chris Pine old enough to be her father? That's what I want to know. I also want to know where they got all the makeup for the really sparkly lips and the sparkly eyeshadow. I need that. So I enjoyed this film. It's not going to be for everybody. I hope lots and lots of young adolescent girls love it and take the message. Speaking of which, there's messages. Some of the messages in it have to do with like appreciating your faults and realizing that they make you you. But also there's a moment, slight spoilers, where the lead character Meg realizes that her parents are flawed and her parents have faults and that she can still love them. And I thought that was quite powerful message for middle school age children, especially the minute you first see your parents do something that's not okay. You're just like, what? So that was interesting. Lastly, the very sort of end sequence or mid to end sequence, really some terrifying shit. So maybe too terrifying for like 8-year-olds. So if you're thinking about taking your very young kids to this, maybe not. But anyways, I enjoyed it. Very strange, very dark. Ava DuVernay's A Wrinkle in Time.